Hello and welcome to this video on the discovery of the DNA structure. In this video, we will be exploring the fascinating story of how scientists unlocked the secrets of DNA, one of the most important molecules in the world, and how this discovery revolutionized biology and medicine. Background. In the early 20th century, scientists knew that genetic information was passed down from one generation to the next, but they had no idea how this information was stored or transmitted. It wasn't until the 1950s that the structure of DNA was finally discovered, thanks to the pioneering work of several scientists, including James Watson, Francis Crick, Rosalind Franklin, and Maurice Wilkins. Act 1. Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins. Let's start with Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins. In the early 1950s, they were both working on X-ray crystallography, a technique that allows scientists to study the 3D structure of molecules by analyzing the diffraction pattern produced by X-rays passing through a crystal. Wilkins was studying DNA at King's College in London, while Franklin was working on the same problem at King's rival institution, Birkbeck College. Wilkins was able to obtain a high-quality X-ray image of DNA, but he didn't have the expertise to interpret the data. So, he showed the image to Franklin, who immediately recognized its significance. Franklin went on to take more X-ray images of DNA, which helped her to deduce that the molecule had a helical structure. However, the relationship between Franklin and Wilkins was strained, and they didn't collaborate effectively. Wilkins showed one of Franklin's images to Watson and Crick without her permission, which caused tension between the researchers. Act 2. James Watson and Francis Crick. Meanwhile, James Watson and Francis Crick were also working on the problem of DNA structure. Watson was a young American scientist who had come to Cambridge to work on DNA, while Crick was a British physicist with a keen interest in biology. In 1953, Watson and Crick were able to solve the structure of DNA using a combination of X-ray data and model building. They realized that DNA consisted of two strands of nucleotides, each arranged in a helix, with the nucleotide bases facing inward and held together by hydrogen bonds. The structure they proposed, known as the double helix, was a breakthrough in understanding how DNA works. Act 3. Impact and legacy. The discovery of the DNA structure had a profound impact on biology and medicine. It provided a framework for understanding how genetic information is stored, replicated, and transmitted from one generation to the next. It also paved the way for the development of new technologies such as genetic engineering, DNA sequencing, and gene therapy. The four scientists involved in the discovery of the DNA structure were all recognized for their contributions. Watson, Crick, and Wilkins were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1962, while Franklin's role was acknowledged posthumously. Conclusion. In conclusion, the discovery of the DNA structure was a pivotal moment in the history of science. It was the result of the collaboration of four brilliant scientists, each with their own unique skills and expertise. Their work has transformed our understanding of genetics and has opened up new avenues for medical research and innovation.